And I'm alive. Hmm. Always good to know, right? Hey, I'm alive. How you doing, Drake? How you doing, Linda? Welcome to the campfire. Hello. Imagine me virtually hugging you as you come in. Of course, this one's going to be a little bit short because I want to go to Portal tonight, and I know that you guys, a lot of you want to go too. Um, so we're just going to be on about an hour and a half or so. And just have a kind of a light one, just kind of enjoy ourselves a little bit. Have some music. I want to show you one of my videos I don't think you've seen. And I'll wait a few moments for people to start coming in. And hi, everyone. You know, as you do, because you don't want anybody to feel that they weren't seen and loved. Okay. Hi, Pam. Hi, So. Hi, Jake. Hi, Titan. And yeah, Pam is here. What a long week. I know. I know. I went shopping today, so I wanted to come in at 7:30. I just couldn't yet. I just couldn't get myself quite there to where I want. Really, after shopping today, it's weird. We're now right next to, I guess it's not really us that's purple coats. What do they have? These different COVID codes now, COVID codes, colors. And somebody told me we're purple, but our county is not purple. Ours is, I forget what ours is, but it's actually a county right next to us that's purple, Summit. So, whatever that means. And I'm like, well, that's lovely. I hate when my favorite color means something bad. It's like the worst, it's like the highest percentage of Kobe. I'm like, you would make that purple? How dare you? Why? No, it means something bad. Oh, you're welcome, dear. I love you too. You guys are great. You guys are special, talented people. I'm so glad I met you all the time because I think you're great. Um, oh, I should do some things like that. Should always put that thing up just so that it's there and I don't have to think about it. Let's see, what should my background, what should my icon be? I think I'll put my dolphin icon up there tonight. And let's see, do I want pyramids or do I want to be nice? Find a nice background for us. Maybe I'll find something new in my collection here for us to be sitting in front of. Let's see what would be kind of interesting here. So we have something to look at. Got a nice I'll save the full moon one for the full moon. And okay, let's try the underwater one. That one's kind of cute. So we'll pick that one. And that just means that when we go to share something or something, you'll have a funky background. We'll have a nice background. Okay. And I know you guys are going to be filing in and saying hi for a while. Yeah, I gotta in truth find the best way to do this thing where, to have something happening or go through these hello times when everybody's just saying hello. I'll maybe get some music or something going on. I'll try and be more professionally, I don't know, more professional. Is that professional? I don't know if I'm. Oh, and I have something special I found for especially if Bommy comes in. Hi, Annie. Yeah, you know what? I need a little help with thinking of stuff like that. If anybody's got good ideas, please let me know because I don't know what I'm doing. I I have been live streaming enough, though I should be getting my act together with it a little bit more as time goes on. I don't know how it is that I'm having a little bit of trouble with my website. It looks like none of the files are playing now. And I'm going to have to actually to play those, I'm going to have to go in. I'm having all kinds of trouble with my website. And I thought, gee, I'll finally get a website up and going, and it's just the music that I put on there is just not happening. It's not happening. So I don't know what's wrong with it. I might have to just talk to them and find out, if there's something I'm missing here. Probably what they'll do is they'll just tell me that I need to get the premium product. That's what everybody wants you to do now. That's how everything is now. They want you to get the premium. I guess that's how it always was, though. If you think about it. So, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? It just everybody wants you to give them, and I can't blame them, really. So we can have a discussion about whatever. I was going to say, what do you guys want me to? I came up with the remote viewing because you suggested that you were interested in that. You say you're also interested in tarot cards. We can do a bit of that. We can do, because I know about all kinds of things. I know about stones, animals, plants, everything. I mean, I was thinking tonight, maybe we could talk a little bit about sound. I don't know how many of you have ever heard of Royal Rife, but he did a lot of work with sound. And I know we're going to be going over to Portal and talking about Tesla, but Royal Rife did a lot with sound, and really found that he could he could strengthen or destroy anything with rhythm, sound, vibration alone. And it was very groundbreaking, and it looked very good for humanity, like this is going to be a great thing. Except there's one thing. He was raided in the 40s. This was back in the 40s. He was raided. His machines were taken, except for one that just kind of disappeared. All of his work was confiscated. And like so many creative geniuses, we were, for a long time, not allowed to have any of that information. And I remember when I found out about that, thinking, this has got to change, because we need that info. We need it. We can't keep, the level of medicine we have right now. I'm sorry, but we don't really have anything that modern. I mean, we're still cutting and sewing people. We're still burning them and poisoning, to try and kill diseases. It's invasive and intrusive, and it can damage you a lot. So how come nothing has changed? We've been cutting people up for a couple of 100 years. Couldn't we do this at least? And actually way before that, come to think of it, it was way back further than that. Why are we still doing this? So if you think about it, there is no way that we really need to keep doing that forever. There's got to be other ways. If Royal Rife could kill it with vibration, why are we still in the shape that we're in this? It's crazy if you think about it, right? There is nothing. There is absolutely no reason for this. So and I'm looking for something while I'm talking here, and I think I found it. Okay, I found it. So I'm going to play. There's an artist called Dr. Virtual 7 that I want to introduce you to. I am going to be playing it very low in the background, so you won't hear it really. You'll have to go looking. Thank you. Hi. Oh, did Lucid come in? Hi, Lucid. How you doing, sweetheart? Did Julia come in? Hi, Julia. Yeah, I was looking for something, so I didn't see everybody. I need a co-host. Oh, and Chris came in. Hi, Chris. Hey. We shouldn't need to do that stuff anymore. If we had gone down a different pathway, if we had gone down the sound therapy pathway, instead of staying with the allopathy, how much better off could we be by now? We wouldn't need any hospital stays, though. See, this is it. This is always it. Why is it always that way? It's that way because they can't generate enough income off of the right way to do things. That would actually be a right way. Not that it would be the only right way. Maybe we'd find other ways too. But there's all kinds of ways. They have. I couldn't find it. but there is a video of, I'm still going to keep looking for it, but there is a video of monks chanting, and they actually chant away a woman's cancer. Literally, they have a picture of it. They have a, I'm trying to think of what they call it, what they use to see babies. For some reason, the word is escaping me because I'm trying to do too many things at once. But ultrasound. They actually have an ultrasound movie of a tumor being destroyed with monks chanting in a certain way. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, we could be doing that. Why are we not doing that? It has to be only because of greed. But that doesn't mean we can't do it. You know what? This is funny because I kept intending after I heard about Royal Rife's work, and you can look up Royal Rife sometime if you want. The thing I kept thinking to myself is that we've got to somehow pull this technology back. We've got to take it back. We've got to have it coming back up again. And sure enough, after a lot of intention work and bringing it up to some of my friends who are also powerful intenders, I'm sure that there were other people that wanted this information too, that probably helped with this, that I will maybe never even know about. But sure enough, Royal Rife's work started coming back up again. With the proper kind of intention, we can bring these lost technologies forward again. Now it's in a different form, and it's not quite the same, but there are places where you can get machines like this, and there's all kinds of machines now. You can get like what I have right now on my place is a frequency life force energy field that helps protect you from stuff, and keep things, keep the vibration from getting crazy on you. You can play sounds. There are files now to play. I'm going to be playing one. I was kind of hoping that Bomber would come in. You can get singing bowls cheap. That's right. You could go to Wish and get singing bowls really cheap. I'm gonna call everybody little cookies. Yeah. You know what? We can do things like that. That's why, yeah, singing bowls don't cost as much as they used to. You can get them. I've got to get some more stuff. I got to find mine. Jeez. Oh, yes. So, that's okay, Richard. Not everything Wish sells is garbage. Some of it's good. There's only one problem. A lot of it comes from China. And here's the problem with stuff coming from China. Besides, it's a really freaking polluted place, which has its own risks. But the other problem with China is, as long as their government is in place like it is, anything you buy from China, you're really buying it from the Chinese government because they're communist. So you're supporting the Chinese government with it, which is one of the reasons why I am being careful what I buy from Wish anymore. Not because there isn't some cool stuff on there, but because so much stuff is from China now. And I weigh, do I really want this to be coming from China? Or can I find it American or from somewhere else, a little bit more harmonious, because I'm not exactly sure always what the vibration of it would be like if I'm using it magically. And that's something to consider. You're going to be using this in a magical way. Where did it come from? So wow, Dee, someone who actually understands that. Oh, Denali came in. Hi, Denali. Yeah, it's a sad thing, because it's a great thing in a way, but it's a horrible thing in another way. These people don't really get to keep the profit of their creativity. They don't. So yeah, and then that's another thing too. You get a cheap singing bowl. Sometimes they are very cheap. They're not going to be, the same. It's not going to be the same thing as what you're hoping for. I was hoping Bami had come in because I found something cool. I found Dr. Virtual 7. I tell you, it's like he comes up with what we're thinking. He's telepathic, I'm sure of it. Because there's so many times when this guy, he'll come up with I'll be thinking we need this. And other people say it too. I really wanted to see this kind of a video, and he'll just come up with it. We won't even say it to him, but maybe it's just like a group thing, like we're all thinking in the back of our minds, we need this. And he comes up with a video about it. Guess what he's got? Because I was thinking we need one for Morgellons Lyme disease for Bomber that she can just play in the background, because you don't have to be paying attention. You can just play this stuff in the background and listen. And you don't have to even have it up very loud. You can have it just barely loud enough to hear, and it'll still work. So I was thinking she needs something like that. That way she could just be playing it in the background and not have to worry about doing anything active in order to be clearing up her issues with the Lyme disease. And, she could do all of her other stuff, but this would be something that wouldn't be hard to do. Playing a file, I have cleared my house that way when I'm just like overwhelmed. There's been times when I've cleared my home that way with, I'll find one, there's one on there, not on Dr. Virtual, but on another one that I found that's real good. That's like 9 hours long, that you can just play it and let it run for 9 hours. You can play it while you sleep. You can play it like all day, and it will change the vibration of your place to the positive. And that for 9 hours without you doing anything else. So if you got a PC and you're not doing anything else with it, you could just put on one of these files in the background and play it and, start fixing your problems, which I think is the coolest thing. There's also another way. It's like my voice somehow, I have to be careful. And I think you noticed that last night. All I did was some ohms. For me, I didn't even do them very loud. I practically have to whisper for you guys so that I don't blow out the microphone and rattle all your computers, because my voice is really, really powerful. I'm pretty sure that at some point, if I wanted to, it hasn't come up yet, but I'm pretty sure I'd be able to do some pretty weird things with this voice, right? So, because I do have an extreme powerful voice, and I'm just waiting for how that's going to work out to see how that's going to actually work. But I may try to do some recordings because I have done some musical stuff, instrumental stuff that has intention put into it. And unfortunately, right now, on my site, it's not playing. And I don't know why. I don't know why the files are not playing. So I'm going to have to go into it and find out. Like I said, she could do this without a bowl. You could do this without any other object except your computer, your phone, or your tablet. Anything that makes a noise that you can hear with. You can play these files. You can even play files. There are files that have nothing but singing bowls in them. And they are for specific purposes. So I was going to, now that you're all in, here is, I'm going to play this for you. Just a little bit, so you can get an idea of what this is like. This one is for healing Morgellons Lyme disease. Right. Now, if you ask me, this is actually nice to listen to. It's actually nice music. He usually has some decent music behind his files. I can feel this. Can you guys hear this? Are you hearing it? Is it coming through? Okay, let me see if I can do that. It's made to be played in the background, obviously. I really like this one. Yes, it's a vibration set for that condition. And if you listen closely, you'll hear a tone in the background. That's what's doing the work. Good morning, Marie. Yeah, it kind of reminds you of dolphins. Yes, it does. I'm going to attempt to make, I'm going to figure out how to make some of these files. I know there's got to be a way to do it. There's all kinds of apps and stuff. I even found an app with the tones. I have them on my phone. And I thought, I'm in music. I should be making songs intentionally to do stuff like this. What if that's really what I'm supposed to be doing with my voice? It already does that to some extent, but what if I really put some music and a tone behind it too? How powerful could that get? How powerful could that be? Well, I don't want to get in trouble for copyright, but I think that's, I'm going to play it later. Just, I'll have it, actually what I'll do. Okay, if everybody's in, I'm going to start getting ready to always do this. I'm going to figure out how to do the share screen, this screen share thing. And okay, it's time to make some waves. Let me make sure you're seeing it on the screen. Yes, you are. Okay. And here we go. I will. Yeah, please guys, remind me on MeWe to put links in. I know I have said I'll put a link in here and there, and then I totally space case and forget it. Hi, it's Ocean making waves and navigating a lot of Mercury retrograde stuff. Oops, that's my Mercury retrograde one. Retrograde can be a really Oops, I didn't cut it off in time. There you go. I ain't quite professional yet. I'm going to have to make one where it doesn't go into that. But I'm practicing, okay? Remove that one now. I'm going to be yeah. Oh, cool. A new, yeah, I was thinking of making some, just some new stuff exactly for, why not? Why can't I make some magical songs, huh? Put them out like everybody else with intention behind them. So I think I'm going to do that as my intro. I just have to get it to where it doesn't have, I was going to have that always as the intro to my show, but the file is missing among the files that are missing. So I will have to cut it off of that video and run it completely separately, which I may be able to find some way to do. Ariana and Mariah did a whistle together. That's really cool. Yeah, would you guys like to have that coming in? You know, I think it would look more professional. Then I have a music video to show you what I have done with music videos that took a lot of editing, but I want to do more of these, so just want to see what you think of this one. My weird sense of telling a story. And it's about the Mandela effect. I might use this one as something I play in between. I might use them and play them in between things. Like maybe I want to take a break. Maybe then I can play some music and stuff that I have rights to, right? The trick is you want to play music like that on a regular basis that you have rights to. So I just want to make it a better and better production for you guys and for anybody that wanders in. And if anybody wants to be a wrench, let me know. And as soon as I can see you on my channel, I have to find you somewhere in chat to do it because I can't do it from StreamYard. I used to be able to, but they took that functionality away. I think I'll bitch at them a little bit about it. I think I'll yell at them. Why did you take that away? That was handy. Unless it was not them and it was YouTube. It could have been YouTube. And there's also another platform called D-Wave. I think it's called D-Wave, which sounds like it should be my platform. D-Wave? I'm going to have to look it up. But it's the one that Max Vision has been testing out. But I hear they've been having a few problems with it. So, do wrenches get bragging rights for their channel? Oh, you mean, does that mean you can throw a link? Yeah, you can throw a link. You can throw a link to your channel, honey. I'm pretty good at doing the art and the editing. So I might be able to help you, Julia. But yeah, I think I'm going to be, the problem is getting the time. It takes a lot of time to edit something. Woo. Woo. That felt good. Sometimes I just love it when I sneeze. It feels so good. Julie got her 100 subs. Pam has a chance. Am I subscribed? I don't know. I'm going to have to go see. Yeah, I didn't do a lot on my chat. It was so complicated. Everything was so complicated for a while. I really had to get a lot of ends together to do it. It takes some doing to do a really good job with it. That's why I looked at the portal and I said, well, he worked on that. He worked on all that. It's and then you go and you see some of these and it's just, I think it's cool. It's not that it's bad that you have somebody just coming in and staring at you like a lot of channels do, but I think it just is so much nicer when you have, a nice intro and then something to play and take a break so that you can go deal with things if you need to. It's nice. So I'm going to get these music files back online as fast as possible and start doing some music videos with music that I've made so that I don't get in I don't have to worry about any kind of trouble over it. Oh, it's a vlog channel. Yeah, Julia got her 100. I got a sexy number. I got 169. Ooh. Now, mine, I'm going to get it to 200 somehow. But, it's not something that, frankly, right now, I'm getting StreamYard anyway. Um, now that I'm paying for StreamYard, I can do unlimited streaming. So, I'm not in a horrible hurry, and I'm hoping to just attract people that are really going to like it here and not just going to be trolls. So, you know how sometimes you can attract everybody and it's not worth it. Yeah, it takes a lot of work though. It takes a lot of work of editing. Editing takes some hours. Um, Learning the technology is a lot of it. Having some sense of where you're wanting to go with your look and what you want to call everything, and I mean that sort of evolves though. Like I I don't know the crew of the Woo ship. Well, we're a fine crew. We're the finest crew in the fleet. Of course, we're the only crew in the fleet right now, I think. Although Dave might be in the fleet, I'm not sure. Maybe he's got a Woo ship of his own. But thank you, Pam. I will. Oh, okay. You can be an ogre and stand at the door and boot people. That's perfect, Chris. By the way, I don't know. I wanted you guys to be able to see. Wait, still trying to. I don't want to hold it the wrong. There it is. It's a paradoily. I was talking about. I still need to block it. So, but I crocheted this. It's a paradoily pentagram for an altar. Okay, and I have a silver one I was going to give to Paisley for her birthday, and it disappeared. Silver one just kind of left, but I'll do another one. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to call that project Paradoily, like Paradolia. It was kind of funny. We were over at Paisley's, and Don said, I think it was Don that said Paradoily. And I said, that's it. I could make paradoilies. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be my first merch item. If you guys want your own paradoily, let me know. I'll have to find out what kind of price I'd have to put on it, but they're kind of small. This one's kind of smallish. I won't shine you on. It's only this big. Yeah, but it's the thought. It's the symbolism. But it could be your symbol, or it can have another symbol in it. I can make them look like different things. The other weird thing I do is I can actually crochet things like animals and stuff, and I can't use a pattern worth a darn. Somehow my mind will just not work if you hand me a crochet pattern. But if you say, well, I need a turtle, I can do that. Oh, I need a little teddy bear. Okay, I can crochet that. I need a cat. I can crochet that. Uh, some of these times I'll show you some of the crazy crap that I have crocheted. I'll put some pictures. One of my charitable organizations that I work with, called Knitting for Those in Need, they were invited to a Harry Potter thing, and she said, "I got a project for you for this. If you would make us some, what his name is, like Mad Eye something in Harry Potter." She said, "Could you make us his eye patch?" And I'm like, yes. And I actually crocheted a Mad Eye patch to put over your eye. And it's not even uncomfortable or anything. So, and I'm thinking of doing crocheted masks that kind of look like something, that are kind of 3D. I'm kind of thinking of it. I'm not sure if it's You know, I don't know. Would that go over for you guys if I made masks that were kind of like looked like a creature? I'm not sure. It's so weird, you know, it's such a weird idea or that look like something. It's just a thought. Oh, yeah, doilies. Well, there you go. Subway stopped carrying cheddar cheese. Life is weird these days. Yeah, you do like toy, no pattern. Yeah, I can't go by a pattern somehow. Ooh, spirit masks. That would be kind of cool. There are also some places that will print masks, custom print. I haven't even done the spirit drawings for you guys yet, have I? I have to figure out how to position the camera so that you can actually see them being done when I do spirit drawings. That's the only reason I haven't done it yet. I am feeling like I need to get the art into it too again because I also have been doing some transformational art, but I'm trying to figure out the best way to get it in here because I'd have to take a really good picture of it in order to bring it in here, and I'd have to have good lighting and everything. I'll think of some way to do it. But yeah, there's got to be a way to be able to set the camera up where I can do some art. I want to show you. Here's another idea I got. A coloring book. My coloring book. I was thinking of having Dee's Coloring Club. You can join the coloring club and get another page ever so many days or something, like a new page a month or a new page every couple weeks or something. I don't know how the best way to do that. And then have a little subscription fee, and you get you put them all together, you have a book. And some of them are going to be like connect the dots. It's going to be the conspiracy coloring book. I don't know if I should put it out like a whole book. Find, you know, there are places that will put out books, but I could also put it out like a page at a time, and you can kind of compile your own book then. As time goes on, you'd have this book of conspiracy things to color and connect the dots. And you could make, you know, copies of it for yourself. You'd be authorized to make, it'd be copywritten, but you would be authorized to make copies of yourself, and then you'd have as many copies as you wanted of that for yourself. Yeah. Color the mud fossils. Mud fossils, and there's going to be everything. I have all kinds of things. Once I'm going to find it again. I have a lot of drawings ready for this already. It's already ready already. I just can't find the freaking book that it's in. It's in like actually a folder thing, a black folder thing, and it's gone off and hidden somewhere. And because I've been moving so many things around, cleaning and arranging, I've got to find it again. But as soon as I find it again, you're going to see a conspiracy coloring book. I already have a bunch of stuff made. You're going to see either a conspiracy coloring book or you're going to see a conspiracy coloring club. Now, if you want, that I think as a coloring club might be fun. Then we can like post what we came up with. It would be kind of cool. Nobody knows if they're coming or going. $65 US for what? What? Yes, I could. You know what, Titan? I could do that. Ooh, a dragonfly shawl. Wow, that sounds cool. Well, we could also have a crochet club, I guess. Oh, wow. Yeah, there a lot of places are doing that. Rand, that's the money you have there? Yeah, I want to see that, Chris. Color the mud fossils. Yeah, that'd be fun. That's horrible. I know. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Yeah, that the reason I haven't put anything, whoops, my nose is running just a little bit. The reason I haven't put out stuff is I'm trying to find on like a printed stuff, like merch, is trying to find a place that prints that doesn't charge this really huge price, you know, because you don't usually make a lot of profit if you want to keep the price low on those things. Usually they make a lot of profit and you make like, you might get a couple bucks off it if you're keeping the price down to what I would consider a normal level for a t-shirt or something. You're not making hardly any profit off of it. So I'm thinking there's got to be a better way to do this. And I also want to make available to you. Um, I've done some renditions, some various renditions of the Great Seal, which is basically gray away. You can put it up in your place and grays will stay away. For some reason, they have to respect the Great Seal of Egypt. People have found this out. I think it was Chris and Cherie that found that out. Yeah, it was. If you have the Great Seal, put it up I would guess at your doorways and or somewhere. They don't they won't show up. They'll stay away. I'd say that'd be worth something. So I made various cool renditions of the Great Seal. So it's a great seal. It's really great. You'll love it. I wish you could crochet a great seal, but that would really be complicated. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I'm thinking we can do all of that kind of stuff. Why not? And I could feature that on here. I could even like have people explaining what they're doing and showing it and stuff on here. Yeah, it would be fun to do. So, and with that, I'm going to show you, it's because it's 9:13 now. It's just about a good time for it. Yeah, and yeah, because I can draw. I mean, I know this really, some people get really incredulous, but I taught somebody how to do this one time. I had somebody do it one time. I showed him how. It's, I can draw just without making, like trace lines or anything, or without making guidelines or anything. I can just draw stuff a lot of times. And there was somebody there was a guy I remember once, and he goes, I've never been able to do that. I don't know how to do that. I've always got to do a pencil drawing and I've always got to do this. I said, really? Would you like to be able to do that? And he said, oh yes, I'd love to be able to, just because he saw me just sit down with a Sharpie and start drawing stuff. And he's going, wow, I'd love to be able to do that. And I said, okay, well, and then I kind of tricked him into it. I said, well, let me ask you, if you were going to draw something, say, and then we agreed on a subject. If you were going to draw that, and I handed him a pen. No, I handed him a Sharpie. And I said, well, how would you do that? Well, it would kind of be like this. And I just guided him through it. And you know what? And I said, guess what? You just drew a picture without a pencil, without having to pencil it in first. He goes, I can't do that. Like, you just did it, you big lummox. What, I don't know what a lummox is, but I think he was being a lummox at the time. You just did it. I just showed you, because he was already a good artist. So, but yeah, I can just like set a Sharpie down on a piece of paper and start drawing stuff, and frequently do that when I'm bored. You got to watch me when I'm bored. And if you give me a set of colored pens or something, or pencils, when I'm bored, anything can happen. Anything. So I think I'm going to do some of that too. Spirit, I'll show you some spirit drawings, because some of you have probably not seen that. And Max is in. Hi, did Micah come in? Micah takes me away to a magical world. A lummox is a Dr. Seuss character. It might be. On a magic carpet ride. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're, you know what? We need to be around people like us more. We need to be able to be somewhere where we can just be who we are without worrying about people thinking we're weird. Although being weird is a good thing. If you ask me, I'd rather be weird. Hi, Micah. Brother from another source. That's cool. Yes. Ah. Whoa. That was an earthquake. No, it was just me trying to shift things around so I'm more comfortable, because I find that I'm leaning on the edge of my seat again, very uncomfortably. Let me see, maybe I can adjust this a little better. I always do that. I always lean right on the edge of my seat. And there, maybe that. Okay, you can see me now. That's great. Hi. Okay, well, I guess everybody who's coming in is coming in. I was hoping Bomber would be in, because I found that file for her. I actually intended that file show up for her, that Dr. Virtual for Morgellons and Lyme. But I'll make sure that there's a link to it, and look into all of his stuff, because there's also stuff in there for targeted individuals, and all kinds of other things, breaking black magic curses, all kinds of things are in there. He really, really does a good job. I mean, his subject matter is the most extensive and unusual I've ever found. Most pertinent. I mean, he always seems to come out with something when we need it. When we're all saying, boy, we needed that. We'll come and go, wow, we were hoping to find one that did that. And he'll come out with it. He's really good. There's other good ones too. Dr. Virtual, DR Virtual, VRTUAL 7. He has 2 channels. He has Dr. Virtual 7, and this one is Dr. Virtual 7, all one word, DR Virtual, VIRTUAL 7, like it's all one word. This one is on Empower Dynamics. I'm going to put it, save it right now, in fact. I have a special playlist. And you know what? All you have to do, really, in fact, I should say that, all you have to do is go to my playlist. find Dr. Virtual and click one of those. Go to my channel. I have a Dr. Virtual playlist. I also have solfeggio isochronic and so on playlist. You can go to my channel and get it like right off of my channel. Right off my playlist. It'll take you right in there. I just put it on my playlist, on my Dr. Virtual playlist. So if you want that, it's right there. Okay? Dr. Virtual 7, right. You know, it is. Obviously. That's why we call it dis-ease. We're not having ease. Yes, it's the metaphysical meaning of diseases. Like, you mean, what does it mean when you have a specific disease? Yes, there's been all kinds of things. You know what? I should do something about that too, because I have found sources for information about that. There are people who have done work with that. Like, what could you be feeling? Like, for instance, cancer can come from one of the things associated with cancer is resentment. Anger and resentment is usually associated with cancer. I'm going to try and get my homeopathic friend on. He knows a lot of this sort of stuff too. He's see what a homeopath's job is. They listen. They do a lot of listening, and the better they listen, the more they can tell what you need. And I mean, it can be anything. It can be any. To them, symptoms is anything. You know, I've been having this kind of dream. I've been thinking this kind of thoughts. I've been having this kind of feeling. It seems like every time this happens, that happens. It's very interesting. There's a science to it, but there's also an art to it. But it's vibrational medicine of a type too. It is also a vibrational medicine because really there's no in a homeopathic remedy, you won't find any of the substance in there. And people go, well, it's all hogwash and snake oil but no, what has happened is they do things to create the resonance, not the substance, but the resonance of what it is that you're getting in a homeopathic remedy. So what you're getting is resonance, but it does work. Like, for instance, they had for a long time no other way to deal with heart attacks, no other help for heart attacks when you're having a heart attack, except what they called a nitroglycerin tablet. But that was a homeopathic remedy. And the only reason they allowed that is because they couldn't figure out any other thing that worked. But it worked. So homeopathy is not snake oil. I have, there is also another thing called pyrogen that is great for infection. It will take infection down really fast in most cases. And, well, there's all kinds of things like that. Now, right now, my friend is like hip deep in a new kind of therapy, the vibrations of fauna, animals. And he was complaining today about how he made some mistake with in the spiders, and now he has to go fix that and find out what he did, what mistake he made with the spider remedies, you know, because that was really important. He feels the spider remedies are really going to be important. I think so too. But it's so funny to hear him talk, you know. Our friends probably our friends who are not into it would be probably so thinking we're nuts, you know. But the book about stones, yes, and she may be in spirit now, Melody. Maybe I'll have to see if I can call her up. Hello, Melody. But love is in the earth. And I tell you, this woman goes into stones so deep. She would go into deep meditation on a stone. And you can tell that it had to be hours and hours and hours of meditation. And then she gets very scientific. She can even give you all the scientific details about what what minerals and constituents are in the mineral, in the stone, in the rock. You know, she'll get real technical. She'll get so technical sometimes, but for every single stone. And I think she's probably, I don't think you can find very much on the surface of this earth that she doesn't cover in that book. It's huge. It's like a brick. It's like something you'd stand on to get to the top shelf or something. But Love is in the Earth by Melody. I have a signed copy somewhere because I used to see her every time we had the Light Expo. And she was a very nice person, really. Yeah, and I miss Ted Andrews. He did Animal Speaks. I miss him. He was an interesting guy, an interesting speaker. I went to see him every time he came by. Ted Andrews, if you want to know about animals, he's a good source. Animal Speaks. See, I used to know these people personally. Mary Summerrain is another one who does some work with animals and stones. I can't think of her books, so. Well, she talks a lot about shamanism and with her guide who is called No Eyes. But so I'm missing something. Yes. You know what? Yeah. You can change a lot of your stuff by changing your mind. In fact, I have a few techniques for doing that. One of them, I can do some of that here. That's right. I can do some of it here. Wow, that's good. So tonight I'm going to play you my little, it's only, I think it's only a couple or 3 minutes long, my music video, and then I'll be back here. But I wanted to play it for you to see what you thought of it. Yeah, your mind is powerful. We can talk about that. Certainly. And I've got a few things, and I got some things from Access Consciousness that I can run. One of the things that they tell you is when you're feeling something, it just comes up and you can't figure out why you would be feeling it. It might be somebody else feeling it. And then what you say, what you ask, because asking a question has more energy than a statement. You ask, who does this belong to? This is actually a technique. You say, who does this belong to? And you may or may not get a name or a face. Or you might. But then after that, you say, I return it with consciousness attached. You may be surprised what happens. I've done this before. In fact, I did it with Bomber one time, and that's when at Paisley's show, and she said, something just happened with my shoulder here. It just popped. Something happened. And I told her, well, yeah, I just kept feeling this pain in my shoulder and I sent it back with consciousness attached. And it didn't dawn on her what I was saying. She said, but yeah, but something just happened just now. I mean, just now. I said, yeah, I just now did that. Because I was thinking this, this may be your pain that I'm feeling. I'm an empath. Boy, this is really important if you're an empath. You need some way to deal with that, don't you? So please use that tool. If you suddenly get a pain and you think it might not be you and it's probably not you, just find out. You can just find out by saying, who does this belong to? So, oh, 7 years is oh, yeah. Deputy sheriff. Ah, Titan. Yes, that has got to be a very stressful job. That's got to be an entirely horrifically stressful job. Wow. Exactly. You got to have some kind of faith. You got to have faith, faith, faith. I know. There's some things that there are some things that I have to keep banging away at myself, as far as keeping myself from falling into SADD is one. Not letting the SADD get me, because that can hurt you. So I'm going to play this for you. I keep threatening to. I might as well just go ahead and do it. Share screen. Then I have to find the right. Here it is. Okay. And widescreen it. Here you go. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind, because your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, then they're no friends of mine. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm gonna shut up now. What are you talking about, Mandela? I figured out how to do it, yeah. You don't think you could be that Mandela effect, do you? Okay. Oops. Got to figure out a better way to do that too and catch it at the right time. Okay, I'm back. I'm surrounded by aliens. Cookie aliens. Okay, now the inviting part of the show. Okay, that was the first music video I ever did. What do you think? Do you think I should do more music videos? Do you want to see some more music videos? It doesn't matter because I'm going to make some more anyway. Oh, Granny. Okay. Of course, I did all of the editing and acting and music and everything for that because I have rights to all that. They incorporate drums, yes. Yeah, I think the drumming's important. It makes my voice do weird things. I notice on the video though, when I play it back, it's like it does weird things to my voice there when I'm drumming. Armadillo steak. Oh, that sounds like fun. Yeah, you guys seem to love the drum. Well, we have a little less than a half an hour. We're going to do the drums part. I guess I better get to it. Okay, campfire gets lit. Well, it has been lit. So take your place around the campfire, join hands. And we'll call the guardians of the directions, Great Mother, Father, and our guides and guardians and helpers, everyone who helps us, all of the highest and best guides, which turn out to be us in some other form. Tomahawk steaks. Sounds like they'd be kind of sharp and hard. All of our ET relations. All of our relations, the flora and the fauna, worlds. and the elementals. Air blows, fire glows, water flow, earth grow. Air blow, fire glow, water flow, earth grow. Air blow, fire glow, water flow, earth grow. Air blow, fire glow, water flow, earth grow. Wind blow, fire glow, water flow, earth grow. Yes. Guess who else eats ticks? Possum. In fact, possum is a world-class tick-eating animal. They will eat every tick they can find. They love them. Yes. We will ask them to come around. The birds and the possums to keep the tick population down. See, that's what happens if you get rid of the natural predators. If you get rid of the bats, you're going to have way too many mosquitoes. They eat mosquitoes and moths. If you get rid of all the possums, see, there aren't that many birds. Although they will eat them, possums really go after them. So any tick that lands on a possum is going to be dinner. Or any one that lands near a possum is going to be dinner. If you get rid of the possums, you're going to have more ticks. Yes. Well, Miss Possum, actually, a possum did come, and she has her little babies with her. Hello, Miss Possum. Mrs. Possum. Yeah, snakes and spiders also eat things we need eaten. I mean, especially, I don't see why anybody would be afraid of a little. I guess I do, but honestly, little garter snakes, all they do is eat bugs and worms and stuff. They're not harmful. They can't even really hurt you when they bite. I had mine only bite me one time because she was a little nervous. It didn't even hurt. They're not deadly at all, some snakes, and they do a lot of good in your garden. It's like bees. People go crazy when there's a bee in the car or a bee, and it's like, we need bees. Bees are very beneficial, and if it's a honeybee, it's not going to sting you unless you provoke it, usually. It gets crushed a little bit or something, then they'll swarm you, but I used to work right out with my hands deep in working on gathering grapes, and the bees would be all over the place, and people would be going nuts going, you're gonna get stung, you're gonna get stung. And it's like, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna carefully pick these, and as long as I don't hurt any of them, they won't hurt me. And they never did. They never did. They never did hurt me, not once. But I would have understood if they had. But Honestly. And then I could even talk to my bees. I could even say, okay, I need these grapes. I'm going to do these grapes over here. You guys all fly over there. And I'd wave my hand that way. And they would just fly over that way, just like I asked them to. They were such sweet little beings. Actually, honeybees are sweet little animals, and you can talk to them if you get in touch with their hive mind, but their hive mind. The individuals they all go back. They're really more like one organism. Every hive is more like a single organism. If you can imagine that, if you can think of them that way, then you can deal with honeybees a little better. Yeah. Ooh, heard a start about eating crab. Oh, crabs do eat meat. You didn't know that? Yeah, crabs eat meat, all right. That's one of the reasons why they say be careful eating crabs. It's not good. They're a bottom feeder and they'll eat anything on the bottom, all kinds of dead things. Aw, that's sweet. You leave water and never give them anything but real sugar or real honey or real whatever if you want to help them out or real something. Don't ever give them artificial sweeteners. You'll kill them. Oh, human eating kind. Oh, yeah. Crabs are scavengers. They'll eat humans, sure. And sometimes they won't wait until you're done, till you're dead. Sometimes they'll start chewing on you. And bumblebees, yes, bumblebees are sweet. You know what? Some bumblebees get so big, and I saw a picture of one that was like this big on a window in a train once. And the person wasn't scared of it or anything. I'm like, wow. And my friend, she got to the point where she could pet she had a bumblebee that would come up and to be petted. She could actually pet it. So I guess once they trust you, you can actually pet a bumblebee. Right. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's it. There are some crabs that will certainly eat you. Yep. If you are in a situation not to be able to defend yourself, they sure will. It's kind of scary, but that's the way it is. Yeah. What, Amelia Earhart? So anyway, yeah. So I have this possum and her babies looking at me like, what do you want me to do? Well, there are some people who need you to eat ticks. You know what possum does too? She's hanging up in a tree. She's hanging out on a tree limb with her babies. Possums are also for when you need to play dead, when you need to use drama in order to get through something, when you need to be dramatic. And possums are really talented at feigning death. Doesn't work too well on a highway anymore, though. And they're also scavengers. And you got to watch the babies. I remember they had some at a zoo, and they would bring the babies out sometimes and let people pet them. And you got to watch the babies, they'd say, because they'll chew on you. The older ones, usually not too much. They'll wait until something's dead. But the babies don't know any better, and they'll just chew on anything that's sitting there still. So you got to watch your toes, that they don't bite you in the toe or something. Right, well, are you looking forward to spanking Denali, Chris? So there are animals. So I guess we got a little possum. See, I said possum and she came right up. Said, okay, I'll hang out with you. To say the show, sure, go ahead and say the show. Yeah, why did you need possums to eat ticks? Are you having a tick problem? Hey, Micah, what the hell? What do you mean? What's up, Micah? The coconut crabs. Ugh. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with them. Oh, yeah, I've seen his channel before. I've seen stuff on his channel before. You know, Titan, knowing that about your background, I didn't realize that about your background, but it makes sense. Yeah, ticks carry Lyme disease. That's true. Her babies are so cute. You have the cutest little babies, Mrs. Possum. Yeah, I've seen his stuff. Yeah, he is pretty good actually. Oh. Oh. I may need to hook her up with Paul. I'm sure he's got a remedy. A homeopathic remedy. He has to. He'd have to. We have ticks here. I know he does. You know what? He worked with a doctor, an actual doctor, Dr. Garn, who was an actual practicing medical doctor who offered alternative therapy. My friend Paul helped him with the homeopathy side of that and brought back, they put together a database of every symptom and every remedy. And so you could cross reference, you could plug in symptoms, and they made it so you could just plug in symptoms, listen to the person's symptoms, plug them in, and it would come up with every remedy for those symptoms. And then all you have to do is find the one that's the closest match, and you've got a symptom to help that person, or a remedy to help the person, because the symptoms will tell you what happened usually. If she got bitten by a tick, I'm certain that he's got something for that. I'm certain of it. I'm going to I'm going to set her up with Paul. He doesn't charge much either. He's not expensive. He's real good. She was just bit by another one, and that gave her Lyme. Yeah, you gotta watch ticks. I know. We have to do something. That's what I said. She needs this link to play it all the time. And we need to get her stuff that she doesn't have to, that's not going to be expensive and that she's not going to have to do much to do, because she won't do it. She won't do what you tell. let me put it this way. She won't hardly do things that you tell her to do. She has to think it's her idea. Yeah. So, a lot of times people have tried to help her do something, but she won't do it. Like, my phone is wet. I don't know what, put it in rice, but I read that rice won't do it. No, but everybody uses rice and it works. I don't know if I, it's like, you can tell her things. That doesn't mean she's going to do it. And we had like a long bit in there about her trying to dry out her phone when all she would have had to do was just put it in rice for a while. Just, just try it. What, will you just try it? But yeah, she does not like being told what to do. That may actually be a symptom. I just happen to think there are weird little personality traits that can actually be a symptom of something. That could be a symptom. Yeah. I think I gotta hook her up with Paul. Yeah. I know, Chris. I have one, that it's not that I don't love her, but me and Paul, she talks to both of us, gets on, no matter what you do, 2 days later or the next day, no matter what you do, she's got another emergency and another emergency and another emergency and another emergency. And she expects that you're going to drop everything you're doing and help her with her emergency. And, you just can't do that all the time. And I think that I'm wondering if that may be a weird personality trait. I'm going to ask Paul about it. I said, Paul, do you ever think maybe that is something that needs a specific remedy? Oh, is it time for portal time? Yeah, I'm going to shut this down in time for portal. Don't worry about it, Titan. We're all going to go, right? We're all heading on down to the portal. We know, Chris. Okay. I'm going to start shutting her down. We got about 2 minutes. So, time to say, I love you. I'll see you at portal. And truth is where you find it. Hope you're finding some here. And now go make some waves. I love you. Yep. I'm shutting down right now. See you there.